Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to this episode of Tech Stuff. Today I have with me the R1 RGB LED light from Andycine. So Andycine sent this to me about a week ago. I'm not paid to do this video and I'll give my honest and true opinions about this RGB LED light. So these pocket LED lights are pretty common these days and you can find them in almost any camera shop that you go to. Usually videographers like to use them for on-the-go shooting. I think it's something very important to have and very handy as well. But this is the first time I'm actually playing around with an RGB version, which means I can actually select any type of color that is available in this unit. And I got pretty excited with this because the effects that you can get with the different colors makes your shots a bit more interesting and a bit more dynamic. Now this might not suit everyone's shooting style, but I think it's a pretty handy thing to have with you in your bag. Not only does it do RGB color lights, but it does the regular color temperature adjustable lights as well, making this a very portable and handy solution for your lighting needs. Now to start off, let's just talk about what you get inside the box. Now first of all, of course, you get the unit itself, the R1 Pocket RGB Light. Next in the box, you'll find the thread to hot shoe adapter that allows you to attach this light easily onto your camera. You also get a USB-C charging cable, a nice little protective case to keep your equipment safe from scratches, and of course a small microfiber cloth for you to clean off any dust that might be on the surface. Now there are three main modes in this pocket LED light. The first one is the color temperature mode, the second one is the hue adjustment mode, and last is the effects mode where it comes with 7 different types of lighting effects. So let's talk about the color temperature mode firstly. Now this is the mode that I most commonly use and I think it is the most essential part of an LED light, which is to control the temperature of your light. So you can select through the options by pressing in the scroll button, allowing you to toggle between the color temperature and the brightness levels. Now the color temperature ranges from 2500 kelvins to 7000 kelvins, giving you a wide range of color temperatures to use. Now going through the color temperature range, I did notice a bit of a jump in certain temperatures, meaning the color temperature doesn't really shift through the range smoothly. There are some jumps here and there. Now this isn't such a problem for amateur photographers or videographers. If you're a pro photographer or videographer, you also might not be changing through your color temperature while in your shot. So this isn't such a big deal, but it's worth noting. Now next up is the hue mode. Now Andycine boasts a 360 color variant in this unit. But I can say honestly, when changing colors from one to another, there are a few skips and abrupt changes. So if you're looking for that color accuracy, I don't know if this is very accurate, but if you're just looking to have some fun and make your shots a bit more interesting, I think this is perfectly fine. Now an example of this problem is when I was adjusting the color from 1 to 16, the color stayed at a red hue for a pretty long time before suddenly jumping to a green. I'm not much of a color scientist, but I'm pretty sure red doesn't jump to green immediately. Changing it back, going the other way from 16 down to 1, it was also a bit weird because it stayed at green for a really long time before it changed to red at 1. So I'm not too sure what the numbers in between this range is actually supposed to indicate, whether it's supposed to be red or green. Alright, so let's talk about the last mode, which is the effects mode, and this is probably one of the most fun things that you can do with this. Now it comes with 7 presets of effects that's already inside this. I don't think you can change it, but that might be something good if you could update the firmware and include your own patterns in there, but maybe that's just something for the future. Alright, so the first effect is somewhat of a pulsing strobe light. The second effect is almost the same but with a slightly higher frequency. The third effect changes the colors and cycles through them slowly, giving you a very easy and smooth transition. Now, before I carry on, I'd say this effect also has the same problem as changing the hues from one color to another. There are a couple of jumps and you might notice it in this clip right here when I was filming this speaker. Some of the colors actually jump and it's pretty obvious. The fourth effect is pretty much the same thing, running through the range of colors, but this time at a faster speed. Now the fifth one is my favorite. This one looks like a police siren, so it's pretty cool if you're doing some kind of dramatic effect or if you're doing a skit and you want that flashing red and blue light on the side of the wall of the building or something like that. That's pretty cool. Alright, the sixth effect is more of a white and blue strobe light. I'm not too sure what you might use that for, but it's still pretty cool. And of course, the last one, the 7th effect, is a white and red strobing light. Kind of looks more like an ambulance nowadays, but I don't know what you might use them for, but these are the 7 presets that are installed in this thing already. Like I said, it would be cool if you could create your own presets and install them in there. Alright, so just some final thoughts about this RGB LED light. Now, this goes for about $70 US, which I think is about the average prices for all these LED lights. This is the first time, like I said, playing with an RGB version. I did enjoy playing with the lights. It was pretty cool and created some pretty interesting effects. Like I said, this isn't very accurate in terms of the color temperature and maybe the color hues as well, but it's something I can totally get by with. I'm not working on a very professional set, I'm just doing this for fun. I think this is a very interesting tool to have with you in your camera bag if you want to make your product photography or videography a bit more interesting. Now, that's all I have to say about this product. I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. I'll put the links to this in the description below. Thank you, Andycine, once again for sending this out to me. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys in the next one.